So hi everybody.
Nice.
Hi everybody. This is Linda Marcus Smith. I want you to watch the whole video if you will. This is another great interview of somebody I'm getting to know. He was referred to me by a very trusted source, and I think you're going to love him because he's going to be real. So we're going to talk in depth about his life and a little bit about the truth behind mental health because we don't want to candy coat it. That doesn't do any of us any good. Am I right, Fisher King?
Exactly.
So that's my interviewee of the day. So his name is Fisher King. And let me just say the intro that he sent me. It says he's been doing comedy for about 6 years since 2020. He's a father of three three boys. He's a driving instructor. This is no time for my voice to go out. He's a
Right.
driving instructor, salesman for energy sales. Driving instructor and salesman for energy sales, which we all need. He won the Best of the Bay King of the Ring comedy tournament and fought a goose once. He's also a military veteran and he has four, count them, four mental disorders: borderline personality disorder, bipolar, OCD, and ADHD. So he's dealing with a lot. And he says, I'm a barrel of crazy laughs, I guess. And he's also been a suicide survivor. And we want to talk about it all. We're going to be real today, so hang in with us, folks. I'd like to introduce you right now to my guest of today, Fisher King. Hi, Fisher.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up with you? What
How's New York?
New York's treating me okay, thank you. How is Florida treating you?
Like I slept with its wife.
Oh, geez. Oh, my goodness. That does not
It's
sound good.
hot. It's hot.
It's hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida does get hot and bugs and mugginess. Muggy.
Yeah. The
Yes,
humidity and stuff is insane. That's what you have to deal with and stuff is the temperature might be 90 out, but with the humidity being like 80%, you know, like it'll cling to you. It just sticks to you.
I remember living in Florida I think it was the late 70s. You take a shower, go outside, and you need another shower.
Yeah, you start sweating.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Little Fisher King. First off, Fisher King, is your first name really Fisher?
No. Uh the I did a stage name and stuff because my stepmom got upset with me about some jokes. So I changed it to Fisher King so that like if she had any issues, she could take it up with the character.
Oh,
You
good.
know, I get pretty animated on stage, so uh,
Well, if you work with James Esterline, I'm sure you do.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
He's a great guy.
isn't he fabulous? I love him so much. I'm sorry to see his father pass away, but I was so
Yeah,
glad him and his dad got to be on with Tommy Chong.
yeah,
That
yeah.
made me happy.
That was amazing.
Yes. Well, I'd like to talk about little tiny Fisher King. So,
Hmm.
can we go back to like where you grew up, siblings, people that encouraged your life, anybody that saw you were funny, anything
Oh
like
yeah. So I grew up in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, until I was 6. Um, and my aunt and uncle were the first interracial couple married in Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
Oh my God.
So I grew up in an interracial family and didn't understand it and stuff, until I moved. Well, when I was 6, I moved to Asunción, Paraguay, and lived there for a couple of years in South America. Um, and then I settled in Palaca, Florida, with my dad. And that's when I first got the shot of like, Southern racism and stuff, like there isn't segregation, but there kind of is, you know, there's like the black part of town and stuff and never really kind of dealt with that. Now being an adult in hindsight's 2020, they used to like call uh, my uncle, um, oh man, my mind just went blank. My uh, Uncle George. They called him N-word George. And when I was a little kid, I didn't understand what the word meant. And then when I got older, I was all like, "Oh crap, man! Like that's kind of messed up." And but all of them, I used to make everybody laugh all the time. It's my favorite thing was to make people laugh. My first introduction to comedy was there was when I was in fourth grade. They had a um, one of those what you want to be when you grow up, and you got to go on stage, and I wanted to go on stage, so I put myself as a comedian, and they asked me to tell a joke, and it was right around the time that they were burning flags back in the 80s and stuff during the Bush era. And I was all like, well, instead of burning flags, let's burn Bush. And I got sent to the principal's office.
Oh,
So yeah, for they were like, where did you hear something like that? They didn't think that I came up with it. you know but that's a little about when I was in high school. I attempted suicide for the first time and almost succeeded. The only
wow.
reason why I'm alive today was because my dad came home uh, early from work. He was working a 3 to 11 shift, and he just came home, and we lived a block away from the hospital, so he was able to get me to the hospital just in time. And they life flighted me to Gainesville, which is an hour away. That's how serious it was that they had to life flight me. Um, Pretty wild, you know. There was a lot of guilt from that um, as a survivor and stuff because everybody's upset with you and they're angry and they're hurt. And
That does a
I
lot of good.
yeah, no, it makes you and you feel like you can't like I'm such a fuck up. I couldn't even get that right. You know, it's a weird combination of emotions that you go through, and especially at that young of an age, developmental. You know, um, that's why I've got borderline personality disorder. Um, I've got bipolar disorder, OCD, and ADHD, and like I'm medicated now. But before I got medicated, my life was crazy. Like I got, you know, I made so many mistakes. I hurt everybody that I loved, you know, and now I'm medicated and I'm focusing on the bright side of life and making people laugh, and it's gotten uh, it, it's been a better therapy than anything else, you know.
You pretty much explained my whole life, and I'm not very many diagnoses behind you.
Uh, 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 what you got?
Let's see. I have mild dementia due to brain trauma from a drunk driver. And
Mm.
coping with that, they diagnosed me with bipolar 2, and I have severe PTSD from the military. And out of the military, I was a victim of 4 bank robberies in my banking career. So I've got a
Oh
lot
wow,
of PTSD.
N-
But
wild.
but now I'm making people laugh, and just like you said, Fisher King, it is the best therapy and turning our lives around. I used to drive people away, and now I can't believe how many people are attracted to me, and I'm getting to help heal other people through comedy.
Oh yeah, it's amazing and stuff that how you're able to touch people and like like I started working on this show for Wounded Warriors that I'm doing with James, and uh, I just did it for stage time. I wanted 20 minutes of stage time and stuff, and everything started falling into place. And James was like, "It's because you're doing it for other people." And I'm like, "Oh man, but I'm doing it for myself so I can get stay." He goes, "Even though you're doing it for yourself, you're still affecting other people in a positive manner. The universe is gonna like bring you together for it, you know." So it's exciting.
Absolutely. Well, tell us a little bit about like what happened to you after high school, college time, your first jobs, and
Oh man.
then start into comedy.
All right. So like I wanted I helped raise my brothers and sisters. Because my mom got hooked on crack, and my dad and her divorced, and I was left. My dad was working shift work. It's kind of what led to the suicide attempt. And I helped. I was constantly watching my brothers and sisters. So whenever my stepmom came into the picture, I went fucking buck wild and partied my ass off and did a bunch of drugs, ecstasy, coke, anything I could get my hands on, because I was still suicidal. So I would like literally someone would hand me go like I don't know what this pill is, and I'd take it right out of their hand and be like, well, we'll find out, you know. Yeah. And uh so I did that, and then when I was 23, I started trying to get my mortgage license, and I got my mortgage license in '07.
Wow.
Uh yeah, right when the market crashed. So so I wasn't able to use it at all, so I joined the Navy instead. And I was 28. I got married right when I got in the Navy. Had my
What
first
kind of
son
job
the
did you
first
do in
year.
the Navy?
I was a gas turbine electrician. I worked on LCACs, the hovercrafts.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So we had our other two boys after I got out of the Navy, and then we divorced in 2017, and I moved to Tampa to kind of get away from some of the stuff that was going on at that time, because I was full blown in a manic state, you know, um, trying to cope with it, everything that was going on. So I moved away, and COVID happened, and I found myself missing my boys. I hadn't seen them in a while, and I still haven't seen them since 5 years. But like I'm talking to my oldest son and stuff, um, reestablishing connection there, and I was missing them, and I wanted to hear them laugh, so I went and did stand up and just got hooked on it. It was the most terrifying thing I had ever done in my life, getting up on stage in front of people. But as soon as I got off the stage, I immediately wanted to go back up there. There was just something about it. And then I had a heart attack.
What?
Um, oh, yeah. I have hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Means I'm so white that even my heart can't keep beat. So it's just I have an oversized heart. It can go into AFib, and it flutters out. One of the valves is kind of tweaky. Um, it's gonna kill me eventually and stuff, but I can medication, and like it won't be till I'm in my 80s or 90s and stuff when it takes me out, with medication. But it gave me a new lease on life, where I sat there and kind of came to grips with some of the stuff with suicide, and I have no fear on stage anymore. I don't have stage fright,
You
you
need.
know, like, yeah, because I mean, like, you already faced death. you know, what's the worst that's going to happen? They boo you off stage. Okay, then you try again,
Yeah.
you know? I've been booed. I've been I've bombed so bad, you know.
Yesterday I told a joke and it was an all young audience and well, I was telling a whole set and this one joke didn't land and I said, "Oh, you're all judgy and stuff?" And then they laughed at that.
Yeah. Oh, I did a cuckold joke a while back that didn't land, and I had to explain it to the audience. And when I explained it to the audience, then it got them. You know, it was the way that I explained it. You know what I mean? Like I just kind of deadpanned it and you know shoehorned it in there and stuff, and it still worked, but it was fun.
So now you and your oldest boy are in communication, and I'm sure the others will follow
Hmm.
once they see the example that you're setting.
Yeah,
That's great. That's fabulous.
yeah.
So, I have like a daughter that's going to be 50 in September, and she hasn't talked to me in over 12 years.
Wow.
And I'm the one
Oh
that
wow.
raised her as a single mom. Mm. So, a bit of a hurt, but whatever. She was around when I was going through some bad, bad behaviors. So, it might take
Yeah,
time.
yeah. But it'll get there. You
Yeah.
know, I had with my mom. I had the saddest part about it about her death was she never let go of the guilt that she had for the things that she did. We
Oh,
as adult children, we were we were over it. We just wanted her to be a part of our lives, but she was still stuck in drugs and stuff and throughout her entire life. Um and she ended up ODing. She had liver cancer and she OD'd on meth. Um, and I remember seeing the spot in the trailer and stuff where the blood was, where she coughed up the blood, and the house was just empty, and there was, it had the absence of her, you know, and uh, I'm glad that we connected with her in the end and stuff, and like we kept in touch. She got to see all of her kids and stuff together um, for the first time after my grandmother's funeral. Like she got to experience seeing all of us together before.
I think it froze. I think it froze. It should come back. No. Are you there? I'm here, and I think you're frozen. Please come back, Fisher King. Please come back. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I'm so glad you're still here. What in the world was that about? Okay, so your mom passed away and you could feel the emptiness in the room.
Yeah,
Your whole family had gotten together before she passed, which is amazing.
yeah. We buried her at the foot of my grandmother's uh, grave. We broke in the middle of the night to the cemetery and buried her ashes.
Oh,
I got video of it and stuff. It's pretty funny.
that's so
Um,
cool.
my little brother got out of breath digging the hole, and then we buried her and stuff. And we drank some whiskey and poured it out over her grave. And my cousin's all like, "Oh, she quit drinking. She don't want none." And my brother was like, was all like, "Fuck you, she's my mama. She gave me my first shot. Hell, she gave me my first joint too." You know, and we buried her. It was pretty cute. She wanted to be buried at the bottom of my grandmother's feet so she could tickle her feet
Oh,
when she was in heaven.
you made sure that
Yeah.
happened for her.
Mm-hmm.
That's fabulous.
Yeah, it did.
So let's talk about you getting things, jobs that you did. Did you talk? I don't think you talked about different jobs and then the military and then
I've
combat.
had so many. I had so many jobs. I've done stucco. I've done retail. I worked at Blockbuster. I was an assistant manager at a movie theater. Um, I I couldn't hold down any jobs because of my mental state. You know, I kept getting let go from everything that I did, maintenance to there was always something. I've never been able to, except for sales and driving instructing, because I'm on my own with the instruction. Um, and sales, I'm kind of on my own, and they just let me do what I do. Um,
Great.
and because I make money, they don't bother me. So uh they it it's been a struggle. Like right now, it's a struggle, but I'm still I'm holding things down, and you know, like comedy doesn't pay the bills yet, but when it does, when it takes off and stuff, like then that'll be the moment on top of the mountain, you know, because I
Absolutely.
love it. I doesn't pay for crap, but you know, I I couldn't imagine doing anything else. You
Exactly.
know,
Exactly.
yeah, the driving instructing and the sales just kind of feed my habit, so to speak. You know,
A-
for lack of a better word.
Absolutely. I get it. I get that. So you've been working with James Esterline. Let's talk about the shows that you do for Wounded Warrior and things you do with James. How James has helped you and how you've helped James.
Well, so it started the Wounded Warrior show started because I went and saw Johnny B from The Bone. Um, he's a radio show in Tampa. He does a morning radio show. He's awesome. He's a great stand-up comedian, great comic. And he saw me, and James said that he knew who I was. That like, and evidently he had seen me perform before. I didn't know, and he thought I was great. And he was like, I'll work with you anytime. And he told me that I should create a show to get stage time. So it hit. I was like, I want to open for Johnny B. So I put together this Wounded War. I contacted Wounded Warriors, created Gimpapalooza as a fundraiser, um, and talked to Side Splitters in Tampa. And BT gave me a date of July 5th, but it won't work. So I'm waiting for a response from them for August. Um, to start selling, so we can start selling tickets and fundraising to promote, like, money for banners and flyers and tickets, and shirts. And it's slow. It's slow, but it's happening. I've got a full lineup. uh you said you wanted to be on it.
Yes.
uh there's Clay Miles. Gary Gillespie, the rubber face, is going to be on it.
What?
uh you should interview him. James Esterline. It'll be a 2-hour show. Uh, like, I'm going to sell tickets for $30, and try to raise as much money as I possibly can and get as much stage time as I can.
Very
I
good.
figure in 20 minutes.
That's so great. How did you and James Esterline meet?
Side Splitters. I did my first set at Side Splitters, and he was there. He had been doing comedy for a while. First time I heard his cul-de-sac joke, and um, I don't know. We just kind of met up through the community, and started hanging out. He started, he asked for my information, and then he started asking me to come to Mike's and his radio show, Stand Up for News. Um, and I've co-hosted on that. Um, I've been interviewed by James and stuff. On Stand Up for News. I've hoping when we get this Wounded Warrior and stuff, I'll get to go on The Bone with Johnny B. That'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be
Um,
great.
but yeah, yeah, it would be great to promote the show and stuff, and just be by Levi Johnson for his podcast. I forgot what it's called, the Comedy Corner,
Yeah.
and um, yeah, I talked about it. I met a serial killer once. Uh, I met this straight up. This is for real. I was at work at my sales job, and this lady just randomly looks at me and goes like, what do you think when you see me, when you look at me? And I was like, I don't know, you're an independent black woman, because I just felt like it was so loaded because she had such a deep voice. And she goes, oh well, and she just starts laying this out for me. She goes, I'm intersex, which is what they call hermaphrodites now and stuff when you have both sexes. I did 26 years in prison, and they thought I was a serial killer. I was kidnapped when I was a young youth by a group of men, raped and sodomized, and then when I got older, I allegedly hunted them down, cut off their penises, and scooped out their eyeballs. Allegedly, my ass, that woman killed like 6 or 7 people. Um, and she got out. She got out of jail and stuff, out of prison after 26 years for some wrongful thing that they had done. And she's rich as shit now, just living her best life. You know,
Wow.
got her Mercedes. Got her one of those cool cars with the one wheel in the back.
Hmm.
She drives to work. Um, Nicest person. But Linda, I was like, I was sitting there. I was like, oh, I'd get killed by a serial killer because I just sat my happy ass down and listened to the whole story. You know, I was like, oh, she had me. She could have told me this whole story and killed my ass and stuff with no problem. My dumb ass just sat there and took the whole I was like, oh, okay. And when she told me the story, I felt like she was justified.
Yeah,
I was all like, oh, well, if that happened to me, I'd kind of do the same thing. You know.
absolutely. I was thinking, you know what? They kind of deserved it.
I know it was a wild conversation and stuff. I'm trying to get her interviewed with a couple of people and stuff because she wants to tell her story, and I'm like, oh well, I'll help you get it out there. You
Wow,
know,
that'd be good.
um, yeah, it's wild.
Absolutely. So, would you mind, before we close out, please tell everybody where you're going to be performing in the next couple shows and anything on social media where you want more followers and talk to
Yeah,
people. Also, if you're willing to travel the country, how far are you willing to go if you get booked on a show? Because I want other people to book you.
anywhere. I'll go anywhere. I'll go anywhere you got, anywhere anyone needs me. You can find me on Instagram under it'll be Fisher underscore King 777. You can find me as Fisher King on Facebook. I'm Fisher King on TikTok. Um, uh, I run an open mic at the third Thursday of every month at Johnny's Smoke Shop on 34th in St. Pete. You can catch me at Sunshine City Comedy Club Clearwater Comedy Club, Side Splitters. You can catch me, um, and then the Wounded Warrior show and stuff, Gimpapalooza, coming in August. Um, that's about it.
That's so
Where you can find
fabulous.
me,
You guys, I want
and
you,
I'll do.
what?
Said, and I'll do anything.
See, you heard it here,
Any.
folks. He'll travel the country wherever you need him. That's what he said. So if you're a booker, an agent, I don't comedy producer, however you identify yourself, I don't care. Get a hold of Fisher King. He's real and he's got talent and he's got experience and he'll come and he'll do comedy for your people. And I'm sure they'll be very happy with what he does because he comes from a very trusted source of mine and I know that he's good. So you guys got to book him. That's what this interview
And
thing,
I've got videos and stuff I could send too.
fabulous. If you want, hit him up if you want a video of his, Fisher King, most places, like he said. And if you have trouble finding Fisher King with the underscore or 777, whatever, just get a hold of me and I'll relay a message. Do you want to say your socials again so people have that after I get done garbling it up?
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Okay.
you.
It's Fisher. Instagram is Fisher underscore King 777. Uh, Facebook is just Fisher King. TikTok is just Fisher King.
See, not difficult, not difficult. So I thank you for coming on. You are a delight. Um, I want
Thank you.
I want everybody to know that mental issues do not make you less than. That's been the point of us bringing up our mental issues today. And be sure to reach out if you're having a hard time hanging in there. Fisher King and I both know what it's like to get to the edge and sometimes go over the edge. So just get a hold of us or dial those. No, I think 988 is the new suicide prevention line and reach out. And if you get a jerk on the phone, hang up and call back. There'll be somebody else you can talk to. They're not all wonderful, on the phone. They might be doing it because they have issues. So be patient with other people. There are people out
You
there
know who
that
used to? I'm sorry. I just wanted to say it was like who used to work for Suicide Hotline?
wasn't it
Ted
like,
Bundy.
yeah, one of them. Wow,
Yeah.
crazy. Ted
Could you
Bundy.
imagine that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I know that I've called suicide prevention lines, and some of those people make me madder or more upset or more depressed. So don't give up. Keep trying. Trying, try. Don't give up. Because look at Fisher King.
Yeah. Now I look at life and stuff as what's going to happen next. I'm more curious about what's going to happen next than I am like worried about what's going on in my life currently.
It's very
You
good.
know.
It's so good. I'm so glad that you've made it through the darkness to the bright side and that you're helping others laugh and it's helping you
Thank
back.
you. Thank you.
That's the way it works. Thank you for coming on. I look forward to meeting you in real life. And I
Yep.
just thank you so much. This will be dropping up on the YouTube probably in an hour, and then I'll get it to you, Fisher.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Yep.
Bye.
God bless.
God bless.
Bye.